Hi Marie, thank you for doing this today, well done. Let's get straight into this. What I'm looking at immediately is I'm thinking, you're meant to have 4 paragraphs here. Intro, paragraph 1 talking about reasons, paragraph 2 talking about problems, and then your conclusion. I know maybe you didn't have time, but also you've written a lot, okay? Remember, 350, this is about control, it's about discipline, it's about being precise. It's not like the more I write, the more marks I'll get. It really doesn't work like that. So you've got to be very careful here. So there's a lot going on about climate change. Energy has a big role in that. It causes pollution and uses nuclear power, which is bad for the environment. In this essay, I'll discuss some reasons. Now, it's not nuclear power, it's actually traditional power. Nuclear power is actually clean, unbelievably. Fossil fuel power. This is the bad one, which is the petrol and the coal and gas, that kind of thing. Okay, which is bad for the environment. As I say, I'll discuss some reasons why people use green energy and what problems are connected to this. Okay, that is fine. Let's just get the title up again. So if you get back to the title, that is green energy is more and more prevalent in developed countries. So it's not really about why people are using it, it's really why countries are using it. I think that's what I meant earlier when I was talking about thinking big. Don't just think about you. These arts essays are global kind of ideas and global problems. So why there has been an increase in green energy and what the problems are. Okay, this is my model answer. You can compare here. So across the globe, there's been a rapid increase, and I'm giving examples of what they are. So I would say they've become popular as people try to address pollution. Absolutely, you're saying that as well. And then, although there's some good things, there's some problems. So just have a look at the kind of style in the answer. This is really important for upgrading. So you can see here, that is too informal. Big is not a good enough word. Bad is not a good enough word. Okay, so we need to be pushing on the vocab here. As I said before, it's important to take care of the earth. That's not relevant. I don't want any of you in this now. Okay, it's not asking about you. So there is no doubt that pollution is a serious problem. So start your paragraph with something really strong like this topic sentence, which has to be really powerful. This leads into debates about what individuals can do to be more careful. Energy is one of the reasons we have so much pollution. It's being used in the wrong way, and coming from that, researchers have invented green energy. This is a type of energy, so you don't need that at all. Okay, hang on. All right, sorry. Which is a problem, and because of this, research has led to an increasing use of green energy. Let's do it that way, because I can see how you're introducing your idea here. You're going to give me the reasons, but do it like this, because that's a bit shorter. I don't need all this. Okay, so I don't need that. Let's take that out. But so you can go into, this is a type of energy that provides everyone from power and is sustainable at the same time. Everyone from power? It's been used in different parts of the world. From world to, okay, don't need that, because I know that already from my intro. But clean energy, yes, good. Green, because of the adverts, and now, so yes, you're saying people are using it, but we need to be thinking of what are some of the sort of benefits, the price, good you're going to talk about. Okay, clean energy. Green energy being promoted. Okay, you could have, I kind of think you need to be a little bit more, let's get these sentences a bit longer. Becoming worse. And the installation of solar panels, wind turbines, and hydro, so let's get more specific, power plants across many countries are now enabling many cities to operate a green energy policy. So something like that. So the reasons, yes, you've got the pollution, and then now it's becoming more prevalent, so it's happening everywhere. So a big icebreaker to using green energy is the price. Okay, so rather than a big icebreaker, I would kind of use this sort of idea instead. So additionally, new technologies have been, so this is a great point. So you're making your point about why, so it's to avoid pollution. Second big point, it's affordable. Yeah, so you don't need that bit there, but explain to me about the affordable. So it's expensive to set up a plant, but then the cost to the individual is much cheaper. So I'm going to show you here the paragraph that I put in there. Just, it's really important to have like a model to compare with. Okay, reasons. You can see it's quite concise and don't need to write a huge amount here. But what I am writing is on point. So one reason is concern about the planet. Okay, and then I'm going to go in here. So explaining why. And then here's my example. Okay, but they're renewable. So, for example, recent studies have shown, so then I got my example in there. So that paragraph really, not very long, but that's kind of what I need. So, linked with a lot of benefits, so significant benefits, okay, rather than a lot of. But there's always something that's a disadvantage. So, not disadvantage, but I want problems. Specifically use the word problems because that's what we're thinking about in this style of question. A lot of new techniques to provide power environmentally friendly way, unfortunately, is not enough. Okay, so although it's beneficial, it is not always enough. So you don't need all this blah, blah, blah. Okay, you've got to really be brutal and cut a lot of your chatty kind of writing. Don't have the budget to participate in research projects or can't afford to pay for sustainable energy. Okay, they don't have enough. Yes. This has led into politics because underdeveloped countries lack funds. So instead of simply don't have the budget, go lack funds to participate and cannot afford to pay. Good point. Really good point here. Keep it formal style. Additionally, a further problem. Make it really clear what you're doing. So you need to link your organization back to the title the whole time. A further problem is that, for example, if a country as a contribution, but so again, no, don't stop, keep going. Wind turbines are not an option. Good, okay. That's a very good point, absolutely right. So in conclusion, yeah, so then you have your conclusion here. So the problems, that's looking good. Just be really, really brutal with yourself. Am I on point here? Am I writing too much? So you look at this paragraph. I'm going to put in is much tidier. Okay? Critics argue there are some problems connected to this. Yeah? So read that really carefully. That's the lack of supply could lead to power cuts. This is the style that we're kind of aiming for. So you haven't got a conclusion, but you do need one. So let's put in the conclusion here for you as well. Please have a look at this. Okay? I really feel by now you're having some good practice. You're writing nicely, but you could be writing really well. Yeah? You've got the language, it's just getting it into the style that we needed. Okay, so study that. What was in the video was this. So if you're making suggestions and the problems, measures could be taken. Serious attempts must be made. So useful language, the first cause could be, another reason, as a consequence. That kind of language was what we were looking for, remember? But good, thank you. Have a go at the task 1 if you can, that's 20 minutes. And then we're going to get the next essays in place at the weekend. Okay, really good, well done.